Good afternoon, folks. If we could have your attention, please. Time to be quiet. Thank you.
Afternoon, everyone. Please be seated. I hope you all had a lovely Thanksgiving weekend, and I just want to give a little shout out to all those staff who are supporting you in-house and also on sports trips and elsewhere around the place. And thanks for the students who took other students into your homes for the long weekend. I did have a sort of heart-singing moment. I was down at the field hockey at UVic over that long weekend, and I was sitting on the stand watching another game, and someone sort of slid along the bench towards me and introduced himself and said, "I'm a parent of a student from Cow High in Duncan." And I immediately thought, oh God, what have our students done? And he said, "Look, I come quite regularly on a Thursday night to squash with Miss Grass and Mr. Johnson and others. And I just want to let you know of something that happened last time I was on campus." And he said that as he was walking towards our sportsplex, one of you out there had already come out and was already 10 yards on your journey back to house. And you spotted that he and some others were visitors. And that student ran back 10 yards to open the door. And he just wanted to tell me that. And he said, "I think that really helps define your school and the type of students you have there." So I'm sure all of you do that all the time, but that was an example of one student going those extra 10 yards to open that door for a guest, and you made such a positive impression on him and his friends. We drew with Cow High a little bit later, agonizingly close to a trophy. Hannah Tate, how much money did we raise for the food bank? Are you in here? Does anyone know from her house how much was raised? Okay, we'll announce that next time we know. Well, we've got a special treat. You're thinking there's one hymn we haven't sung yet. Well, you've certainly not sung it whilst I've been in chapel. And that's an all-time favourite of students present. It's as if you're going for the hymn already. You know what I'm going to say. But for I think we've got about 200 new students here who are about to find out that we sing a hymn here called Callan Lan. And bizarrely, hold on, it's number 11, if you don't know where it is in the book. We sing a hymn in Welsh. And you're thinking, here we are in British Columbia, the other side of the world. But we do have a Welsh hymn that we absolutely love singing, both here and sometimes away on rugby tours and elsewhere. This is a real Welsh anthem sung to the rooftops in Welsh rugby stadiums. And it is going to be the house hymn for Samuel House, the grade 8 house, when Samuel House is opened. And of course, for those new students, we're opening the house in honour of Gaynor and Rodri Samuel, very long-serving members of staff. And every year we invite Mr. Samuel. He's fresh back from Wales, having had a little break after a very busy summer on campus. So he's got, the Welsh spirit in him. And I'm going to invite him up here to talk you through how to pronounce these Welsh words so you can give it your all. So Mr. Samuel, come on up.
Well, I think Mr. Lamont said everything I was going to tell you this afternoon, I should say, dear me. Anyway, it's lovely to stand up in front of you all here. I haven't stood up in chapel for a long time, but many of you might not know me, but many of you know my wife, Mrs. Samuel, and as Mr. Lamont said, we've just been back to visit my mother in Wales, and we've been there for 3 weeks. Now, Wales, how many of you have been to Wales before? Quite a few. But Wales is a country in the United Kingdom that has its own language, believe it or not, and about a quarter of the population actually speak the language of Welsh. It's a Gaelic or a Celtic language. It's a very old language, spoken in the UK before English, actually. But anyway, I was lucky, as was Mr. Doyle and Mr. Samuel. We all grew up in little pockets of Wales where Welsh was the first language. And Wales is known as the land of song. And when I was at elementary school, every Friday afternoon you had to sit around the piano with a teacher, and the teacher would play all sorts of tunes, and you'd sing. And schools would have different competitions. You'd have competitions of singing competitions. So we grew up singing, and when the headmaster mentioned rugby games, soccer games, there's always lots of singing when Wales are playing at home. But anyway, on to the hymn here. Calon Lan, as you see, Calon means heart, but the way it's the C and the A are produced, it's like as in cat, C, okay, is K, and A is A. So it's Calon Lan, which means pure heart or clean heart. But this tune is sung very rarely in English, so I'm not sure where these words came from. It's sung in Welsh, all right? And believe it or not, in a small area in South America called Patagonia, where the Welsh emigrated out to there's a lot of coal out there, so they sing this tune in Spanish and in Welsh, but very rarely do you see the tune sung in English. So I thought what we'd do here, we'd go through the words first, and then I'll go through the Welsh chorus with you. It's a beautiful, the words are fantastic, because the bottom line, what the hymn is all about, of course, it says, money and, material things are not that important in life. Whereas being, a good, honest person is the key. And that's what the hymn, as I say, is all about. But I seek not life's ease and pleasures, earthly riches, pearls not gold. Give to me a heart made happy, clean and honest, to unfold. Fantastic words when you think about it. All right? But here we go then. Are you ready for a bit of Welsh? The chorus is actually going to be sung in Welsh. So here we go. You can say after me. Calon Lan. Now then, this is the next bit. Yn llawn daioni. Very good. That double L in Welsh is... So you put your tongue on the top of your mouth and you breathe out. Perfect. Perfect. As in Llywelyn, or as in Lloyd, or as in Llanfair, Pwll Gwyngyll, Gogeryll, Llwyn Llanta Siliog, Goch, which is a village in North Wales. Apparently it's got 64 letters, I think. But anyway, you can look that up on YouTube. And I didn't make it up. But that's what... so, Calon Lan yn llawn daioni. Tekach yw na'r lili dlos. Very good. Dim ond calon lan all gani. Canir dydd a chanir nos. Well done. So what the chorus means, Calon Lan, pure heart, full of goodness, fairer than the lily or the flower. It's only a clean heart that can sing Canir dydd, which means singing by the daytime and by the nighttime. So that's what the chorus actually means. All right, so all the best. Give it what you've got. It's a great hymn. It's a very popular one. Pardon? Stand up in silence. So is Mrs. Daniels here? Yes. Are we ready to go? Mrs. Daniels? Great. That was very good in my mind, but I better check with Mr. Doyle. Mr. Doyle, what do you think? Very good. 2 thumbs up. So well done, folks. A great start to the year. Thank you. Please be seated.
Thank you, Senior Master. And there's that lovely line in there, give me a heart made happy, which is, I think, what we seek, each and every one of us, for a happy heart and for those around us. I think earlier in the term I was at a karaoke at a golf club and you were singing that. Is that right, Mr. Samuel? Wasn't that your song of choice? And you brought the house down. So, next up, we've got the Rev on gratitude following Thanksgiving weekend.
Wow, it just felt like that something was unleashed when you guys sang that. You've been waiting. And there's a wonderful phrase, Lily Bloss. And Lily, where's Lily? She was saying, I can't wait to sing it. It's got my name in that song. Huh? Oh, she's sick. Oh, no, she's sick. She missed it. Oh, geez. Well, we'll have to sing it Saturday again for her. Okay. I'll be kind of quick today. So how many of you at Thanksgiving sat around the table and went around and said what you're thankful for? Yeah, so a lot of people do that, and if you didn't do it, you know what that's all about. So we often think of giving thanks as giving thanks for something in particular, right? Like we're thankful for our health, or we're thankful for our friends and family, all those things. But I've been kind of playing with this idea of gratitude, and that's one way of dealing with gratitude, is to occasionally stop and be thankful for the things in your life. But when we do that, I think we miss the real power. And I've talked about this before. Some of you are going to go, this sounds familiar. But we miss the power of gratitude, because gratitude really has an emotional and spiritual power. It's like a superpower, really. If we bring gratitude to everything we do, rather than kind of occasionally give thanks, but if we bring gratitude to everything we do, it can really be, I think, transformative. And I've been kind of working on this. So think about it. If I bring gratitude to everything I do, my classes and my meeting with my friends and the things I like to do and the things I don't like to do, when we feel grateful, it's really hard, as I've said before, to feel sorry for ourselves, for one thing. But there are a lot of other negative kind of experiences that we have that gratitude, if it doesn't kind of completely eliminate them, it makes it much easier for us to let them go. Things like envy. If I'm grateful, if I'm feeling grateful, if I'm cultivating that kind of spirit and attitude of gratitude, then it's hard for me to want what other people have, or it's easy for me to let go of the envy. Judgment, it's easier for me to let go of my judgments if I'm feeling grateful. We all have kind of dissatisfaction, right, in our lives, but if we're feeling grateful and if we bring that gratitude to those experiences and kind of remind ourselves in those moments where we're feeling unsatisfied, it's much easier for us to let them go. So if you want to have a better experience in your classes, on the sports field, in crowds of people that maybe sometimes are overwhelming, try that. Just try bringing some gratitude to it. My experience over the last couple weeks, I've been playing around with this, is that it makes a huge difference. Even just waking up in the middle of the night, thinking, I'm awake in the middle of the night, but then immediately thinking, but I'm so comfortable, I'm under my covers, there's a nice breeze coming through the window, and immediately that experience gets transformed. And I know each of you can think about similar experiences. So that's all I have to say. I'm just that one idea today. Practice gratitude, bring it to everything that you do, and just watch how your life has changed. Okay? Thanks.
Thanks, Rev. And I'm going to invite Ingrid up, who's going to talk about gratitude in our context of Shawnigan.
After enjoying a break centered around giving thanks for all that we have, we've come back to Shawnigan facing the loss of something that we might have taken for granted before the past couple of months. The water shortage that we are facing, along with many other communities and waterways on Vancouver Island, has added a new challenge to our daily routines. Excuse me. Mr. Gargan and his team have been working tirelessly to supply the campus with water and make life for us here as comfortable as possible. It really puts into perspective how much we rely on the things that are too often left unnoticed. We all know what it's like to get so caught up in our own lives, responsibilities, and stresses that we don't pay enough attention nor gratitude to the necessities of our day-to-day lives that we are given. As students, it is our responsibility to take notice of the little things that we rely on and live with a goal of doing our part in preserving them. It takes a communal effort to aid this water shortage crisis, and in order to do so, we must all take action. Along with cutting down our shower time and eating from disposable diningware, here are a few of the things that we can do to support Mr. Gargan in conserving the water that we do have. Number 1, make sure that dish and laundry loads are full before running them. Half loads waste water. Don't let the faucet run while you wash your hands or shampoo your hair in the shower. Try bringing a reusable water bottle instead of using a cup. And a very important one, never flush garbage, face wipes, small houseplants, or any other trash down the toilet. Not only does this leave us without usable toilets, but wastes a ton of water. I challenge everyone here to take notice of something that you rely on, and take time to be thankful for that, because it is through this gratitude that we can make a difference in preserving the beautiful campus that we all enjoy. Thank you.
Thanks, Ingrid. Beautifully and perceptively said there. We have so many people out there on our ops team working so hard to solve this issue for us, and I think that expression of gratitude from the student and staff body is so important to them as they work through the evenings, through the night, and through the weekends. So, given that Mr. Samuel is back from Wales, we're going to finish off with hymn number 12, which is another great Welsh anthem, Guide Me, O Thou Great Jehovah. I'm hoping Trisha's still up there. Yes, they are. Please stand. Number 12. Thank you. You're clearly in fine voice and fine heart today. Enjoy the glorious sunshine whilst it lasts. Have a great day. I'm going to let the staff go and then hand over to Gabe to release the students.